as we welcome Suzanne Leonard to the virtual lectern to share information and knowledge. Get ready to lean in and listen to it all, Toastmasters. Madam Suzanne.
Unmute.
Please unmute, Miss Suzanne.
All right, I get to thank you again now with a real voice. Thank you for that generous introduction. Oh my goodness. Have you ever had to, the title of my talk, downsize to upgrade? Now, downsize has a bit of a twist in it. We think downsize, oh, fearful. Oh my gosh, we're downsizing. The company is downsizing. Things are being downsized. Things that I used to buy can't find anymore. All of that kind of thing that goes on in our world right now. And downsizing for us can mean a lot of things. It can mean being pink slipped from a job where you're going to have to kind of change some things. It could mean downsizing your home now that you are empty nesters. But whatever it's going to be for you, it's going to require change. Show of hands if you like change. It's difficult. It's like, I'm going to have to grow. I may have to give up something in order to avail myself of what's next. What's next? Marie Kondo, in her New York Times bestseller and one of the books on my shelf, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Downsizing is like a tidy up. It's like, okay, I'm going to call in a change. What serves me now? As entrepreneurs and as people out in the world, not just selling a product or time or an experience, but actually bringing our presence, like Roz said, our authentic presence into what we do every day. You are an entrepreneur, even when you're not speaking about what is your passion, what is your genius. In one of the books on my shelf, I want to share with you now, and I again encourage you to, you can check it out at the library, it's there, is a book called right here, and I've used it a lot, The 6 Types of Genius by Patrick Lencioni. Show of hands if you know about it or have read it. Absolutely, and what he does for us as entrepreneurs is bring to our awareness where we shine. What is our, and there are 6 of them. I won't go into detail now, but again, I encourage a read of the book. You can check it out, or perhaps you have a friend that you can borrow it from. But I'm learning about, this is my level 5 presentation mastery, and it's about reflection. And so I am learning about and want to share with you today, not only the 6 habits of genius, but also a couple of other ideas that I have gleaned from some of the webinars and things I've attended that Randy Powell has provided me with as part of his Envision Success Mastermind group, but things that you can apply right now. And there are a few, but they're important, very important to us right now. How many of you have heard of Zappos shoes? Show of hands. Anyone? Zappos shoes? Tony Hsieh, early on as a young genius, he would be one of the XYZs that Dr. Valencia spoke of, filled with passion, filled with ideas, impatient, and he had friends that were of the same ilk as far as enthusiasm and great ideas. And in founding and being the CEO of Zappos Shoes, he came up with some out-of-the-box ideas, some things that stretch us. And as entrepreneurs, we are navigating a wonderful opportunity to share what our gifts are. He moved his entire base from San Francisco area to Las Vegas. He just moved the whole company with all of its exponential vendors to Las Vegas. And he formed a team that was more like a family. And don't you agree, as you pursue and you have clients and you have people that follow your pod, and Suzanne Ali, I know, is getting ready to go online and have wonderful things happen for her ventures, that you become a family. They become repeat clients, if you will, but you associate with them more than just once in a while. Well, that's the kind of company that Tony Hsieh built with Zappos. And I also like their tagline, powered by service. It grabbed me because one of our core values in Toastmasters is service. Here's what Tony did with his company in 2008, when it was imperative that they needed to downsize to upgrade their service. In his Let Go message, he continued to supply them with more than average severance pay. He paid for their health benefits. He did some marvelous things for the transition that felt good, that people weren't going, oh, I'm so scared. No. He said, no, we're going to handle it, your family, and here's how we're going to navigate. The rest is history when he merged with Amazon, and they are continuing to do just more than shoes. Most recently, however, what I want to share with you in closing is I had the opportunity to attend a webinar workshop, with Craig Dussault and John Malinchek. How many of you know either one of those people or have listened to their podcast or heard about them? Thank you. They were wonderful, and there were a couple of things I think are pertinent to your growth as an entrepreneur, and that is verbiage. That is wording. Not only can we read what people are thinking with their expressions, as Roz pointed out, but really the words we use in our interactions with not just our clients, but people in general. There are 5 of them. You might want to write them down or get the book. I borrowed mine from, where's the book? Tony, here it is. From the Smiley Library, it's called Delivering Happiness to Paths, Profit, Passion, and Purpose. Purpose. You all have a purpose. You all have something you want to say, which is why you're an entrepreneur. But more importantly, going back to John, here are things that are important for you. 5 words that you need to begin to incorporate in your language. The first is you. Switch from me, my, I to the word you. How will this value you? Second is guarantee. I guarantee that you're going to like this idea. It will serve you well. The third word is new. You'll feel new and refreshed when you employ whatever your product is, or whatever your seminar is, or whatever your service is. And the fourth, of course, one that we are acquainted with already, is free. And this can come to you free. You are the agent who will set this in motion. And the last, he says you can put this in if you want to, is the word sex. So you are guaranteed a new and free idea of yourself when you employ these words and use them in conversation. So you will benefit as you continue to extend your learning to webinars, to seminars, and to current books on what you want to do. Be the best entrepreneur that you can be. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.